Excellency, Secretary General, distinguished guests, graduates, we are greatly honored to have you here with us today on the occasion of this graduation ceremony of the IMO, International Maritime Law Institute. I wish to invite the Institute's Director, Professor Dr. Norman Martinez, to deliver the welcoming address. Professor Martinez.
Your Excellency, IMO Secretary General, members of the IMLI Governing Board, President of the Comité Maritime International, President of World Maritime University, Excellencies, graduates, distinguished guests. It is my great pleasure and honor to welcome you to IMLI's 37th Annual Graduation Ceremony, celebrating the academic success of our graduates. I am privileged to welcome His Excellency Mr. Arsenio Dominguez, IMO Secretary General and Chairman of the IMLI Governing Board, who, despite his heavy commitments, has graciously agreed to be with us today to preside over this ceremony, which marks a milestone in the academic life of our graduates. Secretary General, I would like, on behalf of the IMLI staff and students, to take this opportunity to convey our deepest appreciation for the generous interest you continue to take in our work and the welfare of the Institute. I wish to express my sincere appreciation for the presence of Dr. Aaron Farrugia, Permanent Representative of Malta to the IMO. His presence today reflects the continued commitment which the government of Malta has extended to IMLI since its inception. I would also like to recognize the members of the IMLI Governing Board. Through their guidance, stewardship, and unwavering commitment, they ensured that while the Institute continues to evolve to meet the needs of the international maritime community, it always remains faithful to its founding mission. We are deeply honored that so many of them have traveled from around the world to celebrate this special occasion with us. We are also honored to welcome many other distinguished supporters of IMLI who have flown into Malta, even if it is for a few hours, to be with us on this important day. Distinguished guests, I have had the privilege to work with 27 generations of maritime professionals at IMLI. I must admit that at the end of the academic year, each graduating class has taken a piece of my heart with them. However, in return, they have filled it tenfold with the memories of so many experiences shared, and this class is no exception. Through the IMLI training, the class of 2026 has demonstrated the capacity to think independently, to intellectually challenge the status quo for the benefit of all, and through the family environment of the Institute, they developed and refined qualities of character which include tolerance, compassion, and empathy. I am proud to share that the students of this class always showed motivation, determination, and dedication. Their hard work was evident when we saw their growth and transformation into maritime experts who will no doubt become the maritime leaders of tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, last week I attended the 79th session of the IMO Technical Cooperation Committee. As in other IMO meetings, when I entered the plenary, I was greeted by country delegates who are IMLI graduates, a number that keeps on growing more common, as I must accept. Their presence in this important fora highlights that despite its modest size, IMLI fulfills a unique global mission. It has become the world center of excellence where maritime professionals are trained to serve the rule of international maritime law. What struck me most, however, was the realization of IMLI's contribution to the achievement of many of the objectives of IMO's Integrated Technical Cooperation Program. During the meeting, discussions were held on the integration of the outcomes of the audits under the IMO Member States Audit Scheme into technical cooperation activities. The discussions highlighted the need for experts in legal drafting who will translate the obligations assumed under IMO treaties into binding national rules. It is in this area where IMLI plays a major role. The Institute's main goal is to develop national legal expertise to advise governments on the incorporation and effective implementation of IMO Convention and prescriptions through national legislation. As IMO progresses in developing targeted capacity development assistance for small island developing states and least developed countries, it gives me great pleasure to share with you that IMLI, thanks to its donors, has also made substantial progress in this area. This year, we have graduates from Antigua and Barbuda, the Bahamas, Cameroon, Fiji, the Gambia, Kiribati, Liberia, Maldives, Seychelles, Sierra Leone, Somalia, Togo, and Trinidad and Tobago. Another important accomplishment is the realization of the Institute's gender equality policy. I am pleased to note that what was considered innovative in 1988 has become the focus of technical cooperation activities in the 21st century. I am confident that you will notice that the majority of the graduating class are female professionals whose training at IMLI promotes diversity, equality, equity, and inclusion. IMLI also welcomes the proposal to strengthen youth engagement in the maritime sector and recognizes the importance of providing opportunities for young professionals to contribute to the future development of maritime policy and governance. As an IMO established institution dedicated to educating and training future maritime leaders, IMLI has witnessed firsthand the value of empowering young professionals through education, mentorship, and international cooperation. We believe that strengthening youth engagement can contribute to building a sustainable stream of future maritime leaders capable of supporting the effective implementation of IMO instruments and addressing emerging maritime challenges. It is for these reasons, and many more that in the interest of time cannot be listed, that we continue to witness a rise in the request from IMO member states to have their finest officers admitted to the Institute's programs. From its modest beginnings, with less than 20 participants every year in the 1990s, IMLI has grown into welcoming the class of 2026, 64 members of which will graduate today from the Institute's different programs. I am pleased to announce that this path to success will continue in the next academic year, as the Institute has received a large number of government-nominated applications for its master's programs. Allow me also to inform you that IMLI expanded further its global outreach, especially through the delivery of its online specialized courses, in which, despite its limited resources, the Institute offers one free seat to every IMO member state. Ladies and gentlemen, a graduation ceremony like the one of today is an occasion for celebration, but above all is about gratitude. Allow me first to pay tribute to those who have supported and continue to support the Institute. Your generosity and unwavering belief in the Institute and its mission have made it possible for professionals from around the world to have access to quality education. You have joined IMLI in its efforts to foster capacity development around the globe, reaching even the most remote communities, in the conviction that the ocean connects us all. Ladies and gentlemen, the Institute's success is also the result of its institutional links it maintains with many organizations. I wish to refer in particular to the institutional linkage with IMO, which provides it with substantial support. Secretary General, I am extremely grateful to you for your leadership and all the guidance you have given IMLI throughout your tenure as IMO Secretary General and Chairman of the IMLI Governing Board. Thanks to IMO and its Technical Cooperation and Implementation Division, over 230 government-nominated candidates have studied at IMLI on a fellowship provided by IMO and are now proudly serving their countries. Thanks also to the support of the Director of Technical Cooperation and Implementation Division, Mr. Jos Matheikal, who is with us today, the Institute welcomed this year numerous officials, including IMO division directors, who deliver lectures within the extensive program of IMO's operational aspects, thereby giving our students a unique insight into the extensive work of the organization. None of the Institute's achievements would be possible without the support of our generous donors. We thus express our gratitude to the Government of Malta, who's represented also by the Permanent Secretary for Foreign and European Affairs here, which has hosted the Institute since its inception and continues to support the academic activities and infrastructural developments. Permanent Secretary, we're extremely grateful for your support. We're extremely grateful also for our relationship with the Nippon Foundation, which over the past 23 years has produced a unique network of maritime professionals who are upholding the principles of IMLI and of the Nippon Foundation. We are very proud of our relationship with the prestigious Lloyd's Register Foundation, which has, over the years, assisted IMLI through the funding of candidates and with which we are in discussions to further strengthen our bonds of cooperation. I would also like to recognize the invaluable assistance of the ITF Seafarers Trust and its contribution to the training of government officials undertaking IMLI programs. My gratitude is extended to the International Chamber of Shipping, the International Group of P&I Clubs, and the Comité Maritime International for their long-standing support. My sincere appreciation is also extended to the governments of Belgium, Malaysia, Nigeria, whose permanent representative to IMO is with us today, the Republic of Korea, the Philippines, Tanzania, the United Arab Emirates for their generous funding, which enabled the studies of some excellent government officers. We are also grateful to all the eminent scholars and practitioners from prestigious institutions who form part of IMLI's Distinguished Visiting Fellows program. At this point, I would like to express my deepest appreciation for the sterling work of the Institute's resident faculty, Judge Professor David Attard, Professor Malgosia Fitzmaurice, Dr. Murat Sumer, Dr. Sanjit Ruhal, Ms. Ramat Jallo, Dr. Rafael Prado, and Mr. Daniel Stein and Ms. Nur Nora for their dedication to the academic excellence of our students. I am truly thankful for the unwavering support I receive from the senior management, namely Ms. Elda Casarabellia and Ms. Miriam Vela, as well as from all other members of staff. Over the years, I have come to appreciate a simple truth. Leaders often receive the recognition, but institutions are built by teams. The strength of a ship is not determined by the visibility of its mast, nor by the size of its sails, but by the soundness of every part working together with a common purpose. Each person contributes differently, yet every contribution is indispensable. IMLI is no different, and that is what I'm fortunate to witness every day. Whatever our individual responsibilities may be, we are united by a common purpose. We do not simply share the same workspace. We share the same conviction. We are custodians of a mission that is greater than any one of us. We believe not only on what we do, but more importantly, we believe on why we do it. It is this unity of purpose that has enabled the Institute for nearly 4 decades to weather every challenge, embrace every change, and continue serving the rule of international maritime law. For that, I am profoundly grateful every single day. Distinguished guests, allow me now to address directly today's graduates, for their accomplishments are the very reason we are here today. Dear graduates, your participation in the IMLI programs is an opportunity granted to few well-chosen professionals. And you have proven that our donors made the right choice with each and every one of you. You have become exceptional representatives of the Institute, and I have no doubt that you will continue to serve as worthy ambassadors by building upon our reputation for excellence. During this academic year, you have acquired a substantial amount of knowledge in the whole spectrum of international maritime law. But, as I always say, what happens here on forth is in your hands. Maritime law is an ever-evolving industry, and so is its regulation. You need to work so as to build a solid maritime legal framework which effectively implements international rules and procedures for the safety, security, and efficiency of international shipping, protection of the marine environment, and rights of seafarers, in particular those developed under the auspices of the IMO. In so doing, at some point in time, while sitting alone at your desk, you may wonder if your work is making any difference at all. And this reminds me of a story of a lighthouse keeper who one night was asked by a visitor, "How many ships have you saved?" To which the keeper replied, "I don't know. My job is not to save ships. My job is simply to keep the light burning." As I reflected on this story, I realized that it perfectly describes the work that many of you will undertake throughout your professional lives. Whether your career leads you to become a minister, a judge, a head of a maritime administration, or a legal officer quietly drafting legislation behind the scenes, every role matters. I am confident that you will be constantly tasked with drafting legislation, reviewing regulations, commenting on legal texts, or perhaps attending international meetings. These tasks may seem small and sometimes even invisible. Yet, every properly drafted law, every well-implemented convention, every legal opinion contributes to safer ships, cleaner oceans, and protected seafarers. Therefore, you may never really know the lives that you will affect. You may never know the ship that returned safely because a regulation was properly implemented. You may never know the seafarer whose rights were protected because legislation was correctly drafted. You may never know the coastline that remained unpolluted because someone insisted on the implementation of an international convention. Yet, those unseen successes will be your legacy. Like the lighthouse keeper, your duty is to keep the light burning. As you leave IMLI today, you may not always see at first glance the impact of your work. But remember, many of the greatest contributions to society are invisible. In fact, every law properly drafted, every convention effectively implemented, every seafarer protected, and every maritime casualty prevented is a reminder that somewhere, a light was kept burning. Dear graduates, as you return to your respective countries and continue your professional journeys, be the keepers of that light, a light that advances IMO's objectives, inspires others, and guides you in the service of the rule of international maritime law. I congratulate all of you, and I wish you every happiness and success in the years ahead. Wherever your careers take you, never allow the light entrusted to you today to go out. Please enjoy the day and savor your success. You worked very hard for it, and you certainly deserve it. We are extremely proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Martinez. I have the honor to invite Mr. Arsenio Dominguez, IMO Secretary General and Chairman of IMLI's Governing Board, to deliver the graduation address. Mr. Secretary General.
Permanent Secretary, Excellencies, President of WMU, President of Comité Maritime Internacional, distinguished guests, members of the board, Director, I'm back. I made it this year. Don't tell the graduates from last year, please, because I'm in so much trouble with them. Your attendance here, distinguished friends and members of the board, the governing board, represents the support that you provide not only to the dear graduates that are finalizing their studies today, but to actually the work of the Institute. And you just heard a very good speech from the director, just outlining everything that has been achieved, but also all the areas that we're still aiming at improving that objectives and those results from the institutes that directly support the work of the International Maritime Organization. The reality is that he didn't leave me a lot to share with you, so I'll do my best. First, congratulations to the 64 graduates. And it's important to recognize that number, because as we were discussing today with the Board of Governors, it's not just the success that we have in the increased number of students, the increased number of female students in the institutes, it's how we maintain that success. That's where the real areas of expertise and commitment from the institutes really provide the results that we are looking and learning from how the Institute is achieving it, and help me, I can say, at IMO to also start meeting those goals that we all have, but that sometimes we stumble in some of the obstacles or challenges to meet them. So I'm looking forward to learning more from the director in this respect. The increased number of professionals for small island developing states and least developed countries that are also graduating. And in particular, I want to appreciate the fact that we managed to join the meeting of the Board of Governors with the graduation. Because for me, it's important that all that support, all that commitment, those ideas that they provide, they will now experience the successes of the Institute. And I would like to invite you, the graduates, and the board members to please take this opportunity to get to know each other, to speak to them, to get their experience. And of course, some of them are actually sponsoring your scholarships. So it's a great opportunity for us to start applying some of the ideas that came up in the meetings today, which is related to the testimonials from yourself. And when you give those testimonials, be critical as well, because that's where we learn. We know that we're doing a very good job. There's always room for improvement. So we want to sell the successes of IMLI, but we also want to hear from you to exactly what else we can do to make the experience of future graduates, or probably if some of you will come back again, to make it even better and more successful for both of us, because our success is your success and vice versa. Of course, it will be remiss of me not to appreciate in particularly the good work of the director, Norman Martinez, and the whole faculty of the Institute. You do spend a lot of time actually making this possible, not only the graduation, but everything that happens throughout the year. So they do deserve a round of applause. So please, let's do that for them. Then it's the organizations and governments and institutions that financially support the programs of the university. I'm not going to list them, as the director already did all that work for me. This is how we work in partnership, right? But it's certainly thanks to all of you that the Institute continues to strive, continues to meet its goals. Equally, we're tasking the director to see how we can enhance, not only with the current donors, but to bring new donors. Now to the graduates. You heard the story about keeping the light on. The director was mentioning or focusing a lot on how you will be, not the custodians, but those making sure that the IMO rules, or the international rule of law, is actually upheld and continues to improve. You're already professionals, but when you go back, you have an additional opportunity. Things are changing around the world. You probably have seen that. We're facing more and more challenges. And the rule of law continues to be stretched, open to interpretation, and sometimes taken to the limit. I just have to mention to you the definition of freedom of navigation. If by any chance you've been following what is happening in the Strait of Hormuz, and I think it will give you a little bit of an idea of what I'm talking to you about. It's the world we live in. It may be more challenging, but I can tell you from the side of IMO, it's also giving us the opportunities to actually look at the work that we do and how we uphold all those principles. And it is being translated as well, or transported into some of the discussions at the organization. Our own rules continues to evolve all the time. Harmonized implementation and applications to the IMO rules is where we spend most of our efforts when it comes to all the countries around the world that actually sign up to the agreement. This is not just dedicated to developing countries. From the IMO audit member state scheme, the most common denominators that we see where the challenges arrive are related to translating the rules into national legislations. It sounds simple. It may sound a little bit tedious for some, but it is so important to the work that we do. With 176 member states, sometimes we have to compromise in the rules that we adopt. It's the reason why sometimes we end up with unified interpretations or amendments to the rules to further clarify what they mean. This is why your task is so important, because we need your feedback. We need you helping us in learning how best we can actually improve the regulatory scheme of IMO, how better we can uphold all those principles that are allowing us to have shipping as one of the most sustainable, cleanest, and safest ways of transportation around the world. And of course, from your side, to also as professionals keep your integrity, be humble, to support each other, and face together all the challenges that are out there. Things will get better. I'm positive all the time. And I'm sure that with years to come, probably this speech will not sound as, I wouldn't call it sad, because it's not. But I want everyone to be realistic, that we are facing some challenges. And what I will ask you to do is to always be curious what else you can do. How can you actually improve things? How can we do things better? I have several former graduates from IMLI that work as staff of the organizations. Some are representing the member states in the meetings of the organizations. And it's from your commitment to always improve that IMO and IMLI will continue to succeed. So a big thank you, first of all, for putting yourselves forward to come to the Institute, for having that hunger to continue to learn. But above all, continue to be the professionals that you already are. Look for areas for improvement, personally and professionally. Keep the engagement with the Institute. And above all, keep sending us your ideas of how we, as an organization and as the Institute, can always improve. I'm really proud of the work that you've done so far, and even prouder for what I'm sure you're going to achieve afterwards. That's my challenge to you. Don't let me down. And I look forward to actually celebrating with all of you later on today. Congratulations and all the best in the future.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary General. I now have the pleasure to invite graduand Ms. Adi Salaseini Muavesi Lesianwai to deliver the valedictory address on behalf of the IMLI class of 2026. Ms. Lesianwai.
Secretary General of the International Maritime Organization, His Excellency Mr. Arsenio Dominguez. The Honorable Minister for Sustainable Mobility of Malta, Dr. Chris Bonnet, the Permanent Secretary, Director of IMLI, Professor Norman Martinez Gutierrez, Judge Professor David Attad, members of the IMLI Governing Board and representatives of the Institute's donors, members of the Diplomatic Corps, faculty and staff of IMLI, families and friends, fellow graduates, distinguished guests. Today is a remarkable occasion, one that many of us envisioned long before we arrived into Malta, and one that we celebrate with profound gratitude and humility. On behalf of the IMLI class of 2025-2026, it is both an honor and a privilege to address this graduation ceremony as we mark the culmination of a transformative academic journey. We are especially honored by the presence of His Excellency, the Secretary General of the IMO. Sir, your presence reminds us of the enduring vision of the IMO to foster cooperation among the states and to promote safe, secure, environmentally sound, efficient, and sustainable shipping through cooperation. Your leadership continues to inspire maritime professionals across the globe, and for this, we express our sincere appreciation for your support and your encouragement. As we reflect on this journey, many of us are reminded of the values that sustained us throughout our time at IMLI. For me, these values resounded constantly in a Fijian expression, Nongu Kalo, Nongu Vanua, which means, my God, my country. While these words originate from my own cultural heritage, its meaning resonates universally with all of us gathered here today. My God, for God has been our enduring source of wisdom, strength, and light that sustained us during this academic journey. My country, because every research, discussion, and idea were deeply grounded in the nation and the people we represent. Each of us arrived into Malta carrying something greater than ourselves. We came representing the different nations, legal systems, cultures, and traditions. Yet despite our differences, we shared a common purpose: to learn, to grow, and ultimately to return home better equipped to serve our countries and the international maritime community. Behind every lecture we attended and every assignment completed, every legislation drafting exercise, and every dissertation that was submitted, all discussions held in the classrooms and corridors of IMLI stood the hopes and inspirations of the people we represent. And we were never merely students pursuing a degree. We were professionals entrusted with the responsibility to contribute to the rule of international maritime law and greater international cooperation. Many generations, as we have heard, many generations of IMLI graduates have walked through these halls before us, and many more will follow. Yet throughout the years, IMLI has remained steadfast in its mission to advance the objectives of the IMO by building capacity to strengthen the implementation of international maritime law across the globe. Today, I would like to acknowledge with deep appreciation the visionaries whose dedication brought this institution into a globally respected center of excellence. IMLI has remained steadfast. Their vision has created opportunities for countless maritime professionals and strengthened the capacity of states. As a graduating class, we owe a debt of gratitude to many distinguished individuals and institutions. To the government and people of Malta, thank you for your warm hospitality and for providing an environment in which learning, friendship, and professional growth could flourish. For the past 9 months, Malta has been more than a place of study. It has been a home, and we indeed felt at home. To Judge Professor David Attat, we express our deepest respect and gratitude, sir. Your vision has shaped generations of maritime leaders across the world, and through your commitment to legal scholarship, international cooperation, and capacity building, you have established a legacy that extends far beyond this institution, and we are privileged, sir, to be beneficiaries of that vision and to become part of the global network you helped create. To the director, to the Director of IMLI, Professor Norman Martinez, thank you for your unwavering commitment to academic excellence, your selfless sacrifices to enhance professional development here and even across the globe. Under your leadership, we have been provided with unparalleled opportunities to engage with distinguished experts, observe the work of international institutions, and deepen our understanding of maritime law in practice. Your dedication, sir, reminds us that the work undertaken within these walls ultimately contributes to safer seas, cleaner oceans, stronger institutions, and greater cooperation among nations. To our distinguished professors, lecturers, and visiting fellows, we extend our sincere appreciation once again for your commitment to teaching and mentorship. Thank you for challenging us to think critically, for encouraging intellectual curiosity, and for guiding us with all patience and understanding. Through your generosity to share your knowledge and experience, you have broadened our perspectives and deepened our understanding of the complex issues that shape the maritime industry. And more importantly, you have inspired us with the values of professionalism and serve us not only as competent practitioners, but as future leaders of the maritime sector. To the Chief of Administration and IMLI support staff, words alone cannot adequately express our gratitude. Your dedication and constant presence behind the scenes created an environment in which we could thrive academically and personally. Our journey extended far beyond the classroom, and at every stage, your support was felt, from welcoming us from arrival, administrative matters, providing library support, patiently responding to our countless requests and inquiries, and ensuring that our practical needs were met. You formed an essential part of this experience. These acts of care and service, often carried out quietly and without recognition, made a very demanding academic journey far more manageable. And together with my remarkable classmates, whose intelligence, diversity, and humor enriched every step of the experience, you helped transform IMLI from an institution into also a home away from home. This experience This experience would not have been possible without the generosity and foresight of states, institutions, and donors who share the common commitment to every aspect of shipping worldwide. We are deeply grateful for your support in making this unique and specialized program accessible to us. Through your continued support, IMLI has evolved into a distinguished global platform where professionals can exchange ideas, understand international obligations, and develop practical solutions to the complex challenges we face in the maritime sector. The impact of this investment is reflected today in strong institutions, greater international cooperation, and effective legislative and regulatory frameworks. As we celebrate the culmination of our academic journey, let us be reminded of the enduring importance of the vision upon which IMLI was founded in 1988. By sustaining that vision, states, institutions, and donors continue to empower future generations of maritime leaders with the required skill and perspective that is needed to navigate the evolving challenges of maritime industry and the future of shipping. I wish to highlight also that the defining feature of this graduating class has been the strong representation of women. In a sector where gender balance continues to be an important objective, the achievement of women in this cohort serves as a reminder of talent, leadership, and expertise that women bring into the maritime field. Allow me to echo the International Day for Women in Maritime theme. From policy to practice, advancing gender equality for maritime excellence as a stark reminder for us to move forward in our careers and champion the translation of international obligations, ambitions, and commitments into tangible actions that will make a difference in the lives of women in the maritime sector, from seafarers to shoreside professionals. As a class, we will cherish fond memories of laughters, the demanding deadlines, the rigorous academic discussions, the long hours of research, and the countless moments of mutual support. There were moments where work seemed overwhelming. Yet time and again, we were reminded to persevere, to maintain perspective, and to trust in our ability to succeed. Those moments taught us an important lesson, that adversity often becomes the foundation of resilience, and that our greatest achievements are realized when we surpass the boundaries we once set for ourselves. So today, we recognize that graduation is not merely the conclusion of an academic program. It is the beginning of a greater responsibility, and I would like to reiterate the Honorable Dr. Chris Bonnet's expression to us. Il hidmat accompli. The work must go on. It is indeed in the impact that we will make tomorrow. Soon we will return to our respective countries and organizations and institutions. We will return as policymakers, legal advisors, regulators, diplomats, academics, judges, prosecutors, and private practitioners. The knowledge we have gained in IMLI now carries with it a responsibility to serve. And we return not only with a degree, but with a renewed sense of purpose. So a purpose to uphold the rule of international maritime law, a purpose to advance safety at sea, a purpose to protect the marine environment, and above all, a purpose to contribute to peaceful cooperation among nations. On behalf of the class of 2025-2026, I wish to extend our deepest appreciation to everyone present here in this ceremony and even joining us virtually, who has supported us throughout this academic journey. My fellow graduates, as we leave this institution, let us remember that the sea is more than a body of water. It is a bridge between people, economies, livelihoods, and cultures. It reminds us that our futures are interconnected and that progress is achieved not in isolation, but in cooperation. May God, the God of nations, keep the light of peace shining within IMLI. And may this light emanate through its missions and to all states that are represented here and in the future. May we all sail forward with wisdom, integrity, and courage, May the legacy of IMLI continue to beam ever so brightly through each of us and wherever in the world this journey takes us. Long live IMLI. Grazie lil kulhad. Thank you.
It's too early. Thank you, Ms. Lesiana Wai. I would like to invite Professor Norman Martinez to guide the graduates through the solemn oath of allegiance to the IMO International Maritime Law Institute. Professor Martinez.
Graduates, I invite you to please stand up, raise your right hand to take the solemn oath of allegiance to IMLI. Please repeat after me. I solemnly accept the academic title being conferred upon me. I promise to serve the rule of international maritime law to the best of my ability, displaying the highest standards of integrity at all times, and in a responsible manner for the common good, in accordance with the rules of international law and of my country. Acknowledging that I am a graduate of the IMO International Maritime Law Institute, I hereby pledge myself steadfastly to abide by its laws and regulations. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Secretary General, if you would please ask the honor. Madam Registrar, we start. Director, sir, I have the honor to present to you the members of the IMLI class of 2026. The members of the IMLI class of 2026 who have been awarded an advanced diploma in international maritime law are, in absentia, being deployed, Lieutenant Matthew Aquilina from Malta. Miss Sola Solange Atia Abe from Cameroon. Camera. Mr. Richard Chimaroke Nwosu from Nigeria. Miss Akwi Ekwaye Ukumuha from Cameroon. the members of the IMLI class of 2026 who have been awarded the degree of Master of Humanities in International Maritime Legislation are Miss Sarah Awenteme Abalansa from Ghana. There she is. Sarah, we asked her baby to wait until the exams, but the baby decided to wait until graduation. So she is representing two in that particular video. So lovely to see you.
Since she is online and I cannot do it in person, by the powers vested in me by the statute of the IMO International Maritime Law Institute, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Master of Humanities in International Maritime Legislation.
The resilience of women. Mr. Can Berk Atasoy from Turkey. Lieutenant Commander Abdelillah Bilil from Morocco. Lieutenant Ciro Bianco from Italy. Mr. Roy Mwahanga Buabi from Kenya. Miss Sandra Orley Zobose Mapwo from Cameroon. It's okay, Sandra, it happened to me as well. Mr. Shatlek Garabegov from Turkmenistan. Miss Rita Hamidu from Ghana. Mr. Ahmed Hassan Jama from Somalia. Yes. Judge Aravinda Jihan Gunaratne Kapugama Vithanage from Sri Lanka. Mr. Artem Karlov from Ukraine. Engineer Osman Lamhrani from Morocco. Captain Nihil Pandurang Pai from India. Mrs. Kefalotse Seratwa Tsailele Mese from Botswana. Look at the Masai boy. Mr. Senteu Koinari Tutui from Kenya. the members of the IMLI class of 2026 who have been awarded the degree of Masters of Laws in International Maritime Law are Miss Zaituni Simba Abdallah from Tanzania. Go, Tony. Lieutenant Commander Kasun Bandara Adhikari Mudia Senlage from Sri Lanka. Lieutenant Commander Carlo Nico B. Aguilana from the Philippines. Attorney Princess Kwe Aragon Hebilagin from the Philippines. Dr. Filippa Laura Buontempo from Malta. Attorney Romeo Gold Clark Jr. from Liberia. Lieutenant Commander Larini Ashi Johnny from Ghana. Attorney G. Darlington Duo from Liberia. Captain Daniel Krista Joy Emmanuel from Antigua and Barbuda. Miss Elozino Faith Etegrara from Nigeria. Miss Nanaya Ebua Fable Esquire from Ghana. Attorney Reynaldo Madilag Gaano from the Philippines. Dr. Ganepola Achige Vishni Lakna Ganepogola from Sri Lanka. Mr. Zahran Akef Wahid Hamdallah from the State of Palestine. Miss Mosi Kaima from Tanzania. Mr. Bakai Francis Kaindane from Sierra Leone. Mr. Sifiso Kaula from South Africa. Mr. John Kuyela Kidando from Tanzania. Mr. Kulete Yaovi Amedegu Padenu from Togo. Miss Adi Salaseini Muavesi Lesianawai from Fiji. Miss Florence Pakshadi Madelemo from Tanzania. Mr. Benedicto de Guzman Manlapaz from the Philippines. Miss Mariela del Carmen Martinez Perdomo from Honduras. Deputy Commandant Rajat Mathuria from India. Rajat. Miss Fatoumata Mbalou from the Gambia. Mr. Mafuru Mbuga Moses from Tanzania. Miss Pudensiana Patrice Mrema from Tanzania. Mr. Aman Mohammed Najib from Maldives. Miss Anieli Fuatino Noah from Kiribati. Go, Anieli. Miss Loveness Jacob Nyumayo from Tanzania. Miss Sally Ntui Omang from Nigeria. Miss Nuru Pipino from Tanzania. Corinne Hilary Bernadette Rose from Seychelles. Mr. Jamali Juma Said from Tanzania. Attorney Justine Don Garcia Santos Timpak from the Philippines. Miss Kristan Benedicia Derien Stubbs from the Bahamas. Miss Shernay Destiny Simonette from the Bahamas. Miss Amy Thu from Myanmar. Dr. Sarah Marie Vela from Malta. Miss Aishat Zaha from Maldives. members of the IMLI class of 2026 who have been awarded the Magister Juris degree in International Maritime Law are Mr. Ahmad Mohammed Alias Asleh from Jordan. He's online.
So since you're online, by the powers conferred upon me by the statute of the IMO International Maritime Law Institute, hereby confer upon you the degree of Magister Juris in International Maritime Law. Many congratulations.
Miss Adel Asraoui Elias from Mexico. In absentia, Mr. Abdallah Ali Keshlaf from Libya.
Abdallah, by the powers conferred upon me by the statute of the IMO International Maritime Law Institute, confer upon you the degree of Magister Juris in International Maritime Law. Many congratulations.
Honorable Justice Agatha Anulika Okeke from Nigeria. And the member of the IMLI class of 2026 who has been awarded the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in International Maritime Law is Miss Vivian Rada Rambarat Parasram from Trinidad and Tobago. Yes. There she is. Well, thank you, Professor Martinez. Yes. We now come to the presentation of prizes. Yes. The first prize to be awarded is the IMO Secretary General's Prize for Best Dissertation, which will of course be presented by Mr. Arsenio Dominguez. The IMO Secretary General's Prize for Best Dissertation has been awarded to Dr. Vishni Ganepola from Sri Lanka. Thank you, Secretary General. The second prize to be awarded is the Government of Malta Prize for the Best Maritime Legislation Drafting Project, which will be presented by Mr. Christopher Kutayar, Permanent Secretary, Ministry for Foreign and European Affairs. Mr. Kutayar. The Government of Malta Prize for the Best Maritime Legislation Drafting Project has been awarded to Attorney Princess Kue Aragon Evilagin from the Philippines. Thank you, Mr. Kutayar. I'll now turn to Professor David Attard Prize for Best Performance in the Law of the Sea, which will be presented by Judge Professor David Attard. Yes, are we ready? The Professor David Attard Prize for Best Performance in the Law of the Sea has been awarded to Judge Aravinda Gunaratne from Sri Lanka. Thank you, Judge Professor Attard. The next prize to be awarded is the Transport Malta Prize for Best Performance in Shipping Law, to be presented by Dr. Ivan Tabone, Registrar General of Shipping and Seamen and Chief Officer of the Merchant Shipping Directorate. Dr. Tabone. The Transport Malta Prize for Best Performance in Shipping Law has been awarded to Lieutenant Commander Carlo Nico Aguilana from the Philippines. Thank you, Dr. Tabone. The next prize to be awarded is the Sasakawa Prize for the Best Performing Nippon Foundation Scholar, which will be presented by Professor Atsuko Kanehara, Research Director for the Cannon Institute for Global Studies and Senior Fellow for the Sasakawa Peace Foundation. The Sasakawa Prize for the Best Performing Nippon Foundation Scholar has been awarded to Miss Aishat Zaha from the Maldives. Thank you, Professor Kanehara. The next prize to be awarded is the LRF Prize for the Best Performing Lloyd's Register Foundation Scholar, which will be presented by Dr. Tim Slingsby, Director of Skills and Education, Lloyd's Register Foundation. Dr. Slingsby. LRF Prize for the Best Performing Lloyd's Register Foundation Scholar has been awarded to, this is a third and the charm, Miss Adi Salaseini Muavesi Lesianuai from Fiji. Thank you, Dr. Sillingsby. The next prize to be awarded is Dr. Kofi Mbia's Prize for the Best Performing African Scholar, which will be presented by Mr. Joseph Maithekal, Director of the IMO Technical Cooperation and Implementation Division. Mr. Jos Maithekal, sorry, Mr. Maithekal. Dr. Kofi Mbia's Prize for the Best Performing African Scholar has been awarded to Miss Nuru Pipino from Tanzania. Thank you, Mr. Maithekal. The next prize to be awarded is the ITF Seafarers Trust Prize on Seafarers Law, which will be presented by Ms. Cathy Higginbottom, head of the ITF Seafarers Trust. Ms. Higginbottom. The ITF Seafarers Trust Prize on Seafarers Law has been awarded to Attorney D. Darlington Dua from Liberia. Darlington. Toto. I now turn to the Chartered Institutes of Logistics and Transport Malta Branch Prize for Best Performance in Maritime Transport Law, which will be presented by Ms. Miriam Camilleri, who is the chair of the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport Malta Branch. Ms. Camilleri. Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport Malta Branch Prize for Best Performance in Maritime Transport Law has been awarded to Deputy Commandant Rajat Mathuria from India. Thank you, Ms. Camilleri. The next prize to be presented is the REMPEC Marine Environment Law Prize, which will be presented by Professor Norman Martinez, Director of IMLI. Professor Martinez. The REMPEC Marine Environment Law Prize has been awarded to Miss Pudensiana Patrice Mrema from Tanzania. Thank you, Professor Martinez. And the last prize to be awarded is the CMI Prize for Best Overall Performance, which will be presented by Dr. Anne Fenech, President of CMI. Please, Dr. Fenech.
Less than 1 minute. This last prize is a very special prize for CMI. CMI is so pleased and happy to be so closely associated with IMLI right from its inception. But I think what the students need to know is that the prize winner of the CMI Best Overall Performance will, apart from a very interesting publication, be given the prize of attending our next conference, which will be in Valencia in 2027, all expenses paid for a 4-day conference in Valencia. So, Elda, you announce the winner.
Thank you, Dr. Fenech. Valencia calling the CMI Prize for Best Overall Performance has been awarded to, ready? Sure? Lieutenant Commander Carlo Nico Aguilana from the Philippines. Dr. Fenech. Here is the sponsored ISS. Thank you so much, Dr. Fenech. Distinguished guests, I would like to take this opportunity to express, on behalf of the Institute's faculty and staff, our warmest congratulations to the graduates. A group photo with the graduates and many of you distinguished guests will be taken on stage. And a reception is being offered at IMLI, and we warmly welcome you to share it in our fellowship. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to bring the academic year 2025-2026 to a close. Graduates, one last time, long live. Thank you. Please join us on stage.